Test, test.
Check, 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 check.
Check, check.
And good afternoon, Oceanside Land Shark family. We're coming at you live here in beautiful Manning, South Carolina, where we're going to get a chance to see our Oceanside JV football team face off with the Manning Monarchs JV team. Both teams come in at 1-3. Have had rough starts to the year and hoping to turn it around today. I'm here with Jamie Pike, Ryan Anderson, Matt Cole, Lisa Dyke, and myself, Clay Luton, and we're about to get the game underway. Matt, if you kind of think about the things you're looking forward to in today's game, what are the top 3 things we have to do to be successful?
All right, I think the first thing we need to do is we need some better line blocking up front. Give Banks a little time to work his stuff. Let the routes open up. Need to focus, on what I would say is their key guys. Quick little shifty running back, tall possession receiver, real fast. The other receiver we'll talk about a little bit more. And I'd like to see the run game open up. I really like to see a little bit more of the run game that comes with the block and the start, but those would probably be my 3 keys.
Fantastic. We've looked pretty good against some good competition this year on offense, especially if we take advantage of what the defense have given us. Dink and dunk, short pass here and there, leveraging the flats, some pretty good runs up the middle. Hopefully we can establish the run tonight and take advantage of again what they're willing to give us.
Yeah, I think if we could establish the run early, even maybe spread out some, get the runs inside, even outside, that opens up some of your short passes, your long passes, and just it feeds into Jones's overall game plan. So, we'll see what they come out with and what we're trying to do.
Fantastic. Let's take a look at our JV coaches today. Head coach Peter Jones, Todd Reperda on the QBs, Brian Fisher with linebackers in DC, Sam Spann with the defensive line, and Nate Manavian with the offensive line. Looks like we just finished the toss. We're waiting to see who's going to get the ball first.
Yeah, did I miss the signal? The
I can't tell,
but I didn't see.
I can't tell.
Right.
But we'll find out here in a second. It's a breezy night here in Manning, so we're going to apologize in advance for the wind that's hitting our microphones here. Hopefully you guys can hear us just fine. It looks like we're going to receive.
Like we're receiving it.
Yep. So on the kick return, we're expecting Ryland Head and Owen Kimker as deep backs. Ford Robinson, Nate Collins, Tommy Harriet, Diesel Scott in midfield, and Awesome Cole, Fuller Roach, Eddie Gardner, Noah Anderson, and George McCarthy up front.
Yeah, glad to have George back. Got a couple guys coming back from injury, which help us out. A couple guys down. This is a tough schedule we play with some of the football. You get dinged up a little bit, but George and a couple other guys, Fuller's back with us this week as well, which will help.
Absolutely. We've had some pretty good kick returns this year. Blocking looks to be solid, and we've got some really good speed there in the deep back between Ryland and Owen.
Yeah, this guy's got wheels, both of them. From looking at the film and how the guys were preparing this week, it was a short week and didn't get the game till Monday, but trying to do a little scouting and getting ready for them. It doesn't look like they kick deep. It's not going to be like Dutch Fork last week where almost everyone was a touchback, so I think we'll get a chance for some returns.
Yeah, absolutely. That was I commented, I know, on both broadcasts. That was a freshman kicker, a true freshman kicker that was putting it in the back of the end zone. You got to think that he's already been looked at by some of the college recruiters.
Well, it's funny, that's who we prepared for JV, all week, and then they ended up switching their 2 kickers. And so who we had prepared for, they moved up to varsity, they moved the other gentleman down, who still was touchbacking into JV as well. But they got a couple boys that seem to be able to kick 50-yard field goals and drop touchbacks when they want. And I believe they're both freshmen.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a second before we get kicked off here to thank our sponsors. Our exclusive premier sponsor, McDonald's, and our corporate sponsors, Banks Construction, Beacon Bank, Charleston International Airport, and Billy Swales State Farm. We're minutes away from kickoff here. Oceanside will receive. And waiting on black and white to spot the ball.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ramsey State.
Okay. And we're off. We're going to have a penalty immediately off the kick. It looks like there might have been an offsides. They're going to back him up and kick from the 35, I believe. Yeah, looks like that's what they're going to do. It's not a good way to start the game off if you're the Monarchs.
Yeah, field position can be key. I mean, saw the past couple games, the more successful we are is when we're a little more even in that field position battle and we get ourselves down. It's part of what's led to our record.
We'll try it again. It's going to be received by Kemker, and he's going to get stopped and held at the 30. It looks like we'll take possession
by number 20, Cameron Green.
The 32, first and 10.
Take over.
We're set up right behind the speaker system here at the stadium, so we're going to have some background noise. We're excited to have our first team offense out with us today, led by Nate Collins, Rowan Rothwell, Dan Ashland, Jamal McElveen, Noah Anderson, Declan. We're welcome to have him back. Glad to have him back. Carrick Raperda, Ryland Head, Banks Luton, Caden Bennett, and Tommy Harriet.
Yeah, really happy to have Declan back here.
So it's going to be under center snap. Banks going to roll it to his left. Looking downfield, midfield is picked off. First play of the game by number 20. And Manning.
Pass was intercepted by number 20.
Manning's going to get the ball right off the rip at what looks to be the Oceanside 23. I'm not sure what Banks saw there. That looked to be triple coverage there in the
Shaheem Wright.
There in the midfield.
Yeah, I thought he was going, they had a primary outside looked to be open. He also had a little bit of room to run. I think he tried to squeeze it in there. He has trust in Ryland. And Ryland does a good job sitting down in the soft parts of the zone, catching that ball and catching in traffic. But that was squeezed in there a little bit.
It sure was. We're going to get a look at our first team defense here. First and 10. Going to have a shotgun. There's going to be a flag on the play. He tried to stiff arm.
By number 1, Amaje Dow. There was a flag on the play. Holding against the call against Manning. It'll back him up. As
you can hear, holding against Manning. He tried to stiff arm Eddie Garner there on the sideline. Eddie was having none of it, was able to push him out of bounds, but regardless, they'll back him up 10 yards and start again, first and 20 on the 33.
Yeah, starting things off there with their speedster, jet sweep. I think the boys were prepared for that, looking at in practice.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at our first team defense here, led by Eddie Garner. Fuller Roach is defensive end, Logan Nadelborg and Jamal McElveen on tackle. Awesome Cole the other side, Owen Kemker, Diesel Scott, Moses Noy, Ford Robinson, Nate Collins, who's had a great year, and Matt Ruel.
There's a flag on the play.
As you could probably hear from the announcer, it's going to be a false start. They're going to back them up 5 more yards. It's going to make it first and 25 from the Oceanside 38. Shotgun snap. He's got a man open deep downfield. Great defense there.
Way to be, Nate.
Absolutely.
Pass is incomplete. Second down.
Great defense there by Nate Collins. As we were talking about before, Nate's had a couple of great games this year. He's had at least 2 picks, I believe, on the year. Has played some really nice defensive back so far.
He likes to stick too. His daddy was a big-time hitter, linebacker at Elon back in the day. Nate does a little bit of the same. Not scared to put his nose in it. Very good at ball hawking.
Going to be a shotgun snap again. Got single set back, trips on the right. He's looking left, short in the flat.
Yep.
It was just about picked off.
Pass
Goodness
is
gracious.
incomplete. 3rd down.
Ford Robinson made almost an acrobatic catch there. And, man, I tell you what, Matt, he had nobody behind him. That was looking pretty good for a pick 6.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that play right there. You had, that comes from the film study, the preparation. Austin was in there to get some pressure, got in the passing lane. Ford knew that he was going to leak out like that and was in the right place. That was good preparation.
Shotgun snap, single back. He's looking left to a single receiver. Going to overthrow it by a long
Pass
shot.
incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
And as you can hear, that's going to bring up 4th down and I believe 25. Obvious punt situation.
Yeah, number 12's got quite the arm, and then they like to send it downfield, especially number 1, number 4, that one right there, 2, number 1. He's got a cannon, as most quarterbacks do in South Carolina by the time you get that JV or varsity level.
Absolutely. So just like kick return, we're going to have Ryland Head and Owen Kimker back deep. And Ford Robinson, George McCarthy, Jamal McElveen, Diesel Scott, Austin Cole, and Tommy Harriet on the line. They're looking into the sun. We have a flag on the play before the snap. Got to think that's going to be a motion or some movement. And that's going to be offsides on the
Penalty
offense.
against Manning.
Okay, just going to back him up a little bit more. Still a punt situation.
Good stand by the defense there to mitigate that. Get away from it, boys.
Oh, okay. All right. So no harm, no foul. We'll start a second series. Land Sharks 1st and 10 from what looks like the Monarchs 27. Actually, the Oceanside 27, apologies. Not the way you want to start offense for your Land Sharks. Hopefully they can clean that up here pretty quick and get a quick start here on their second series.
Yeah, but, look, defense did their job, starting a little bit further than we were on the first possession. So we'll call it a net win, a little do-over, and we'll kick it up here, see what Jones has dialed up.
Only cost us about a minute or so, and we got 5 yards out of it. So win-win. Okay, let's see what Coach Jones, who runs our offense, has in mind after that less than ideal start in the last series. Looks like we're going to have Ryland and Nate split out wide left. Tight set, 2-back set, under center, snap, goes to Caden Bennett, and it looks like he's going to get about 5 yards.
Tackle by number 65, Aaron Tyndall.
Yeah, I'll take that right there. That's what we got to do. We got to get the running game going. Pretty good job by the line there. Had the lead block. Also noticed their DBs and some tight press coverage on our receivers. I'm guessing Jones is going to notice that too, and maybe we can take advantage of that.
Yeah, I think that paid off for them in that first series. But if we can establish the run, maybe they'll soften up on the edges.
Yeah, and I know that they spent a lot of time working with Banks pre-snap, the initial box, the deep box, and trying to help with some decision-making and go on. Let's see if that pays off here.
Got twins on the right, single wide on the left, double set shotgun. Caden goes in motion. Banks going to fake the handoff, looking the flat to Caden. Caden's going to catch the ball, and he's going to get a couple yards, maybe 4. It's going to be
Talk about number 21,
3rd and 1. There is a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play.
It's going to be a hold on your Land
Holding
Sharks.
is the call against Oceanside.
Now sniffed out pretty well by the defense there too.
I agree. It's going to make it 2nd and 15. These referees are not scared to launch these flags tonight so far. I think we've had 5 or 6 penalties in the first 3 minutes of the game.
2nd down.
Yeah, when we started off for even the kickoff.
We did.
with one.
Game hadn't even started.
Yeah, and if I'm correct, I believe last week against Dutch Fork, there was 3 flags thrown the entire game.
You're right. It was a very clean game. So Banks going to be in shotgun. He's got Tommy Harriet in the backfield with him. Trips left, single wide right. Snap to Banks, drops back, looking deep. He's got a man, and I can't tell if he was a little bit overthrown or if
I would have liked to see
Tristan stopped a little early there.
I would have liked to see Tristan running a little bit more under that. I don't think it was underthrown. And also the wind, you know, the ball got held up a little bit, but there was enough on it. Great job by the line, giving him time to throw. I was very impressed with that.
Yeah, I agree. The line has been playing really, really well the last few weeks, especially against 2 5A teams in Ashley Ridge and Dutch Fork that we've played. Tell you, between Rothwell and Ashland, McElveen, Anderson, Lynch, man, they've really been dogs down there these past few games. Shotgun snap. Banks is looking to his left. Going to be a drop pass.
Pass is incomplete.
And
result of the play, 4th down.
Bring up 4th and 5. And looks like we're going to punt.
Yeah, had little time. I mean, there was a little rush, but he had plenty of time to get rid of there. And it's hitting both hands of the receiver, a little bit high, but got to catch that. Catch that, make 2 steps. We're at the 1st down, and we're still going. So little issues with the execution early, but I like the way the line's holding up, and there's been a battle every week in practice, and we've got a couple new starters this week.
Good news is we get to see punter Awesome Cole, whose proud dad is standing right next to me in the box currently. It's going to be about a 30-yard punt, returned, stopped by number 2, I should say, and really nowhere to go there.
Destin Thames.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 on the Oceanside 45-yard line.
Yeah, good coverage.
On the 45-yard line.
Good coverage. Like to see a little more air under that, but you know he's just trying to figure out that position, work on laying the ball down on his foot as opposed to dropping it further away, which is going to give him a little more distance. More importantly, some hang time for his boys to get down and get under it.
For sure. So it's going to set up 1st and 10 for the Monarchs. It's going to be a handoff, number 2. And looks like Moses Noy is going to stop in the backfield at the line of scrimmage. No gain, 2nd and 10. Moses has had a fantastic year so far this year. Feels like he's been everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, that's the job of the Mike. He did a really good job reading, scraping, getting right in there, coming forward. He's got quite a few tackles. We've taught this week, with the coaches. He's going to make sure he's doing a better job on some of his personal fouls, but his play on the field, minus talking to the refs, has been excellent.
Moses again
carried by number 12, Caleb Menger.
Caleb Menger, I think, rolled out to his left-hand side here. Got a couple yards. Really looked like a bad snap, almost a broken play, and he made, got a couple yards out of nothing.
Yeah, I think, look, our backers are going to be key today with how they react to certain formations where they're going. Of course, they want to go deep, and the secondary is important, but I expect, big day with Ford, Moses, and Diesel.
Shotgun formation, single back. Receiver run across the middle. They've got it sniffed out all day long, and here comes the help. And he's going to lose about 12 yards, maybe 14. That's going to make it
4th down.
4th and 24. All defense in this game so far, Matt.
Yeah, it is. And that was, the boys sniffed that one out as well. I mean, that's from watching and preparation, knowing most time when one is going in motion there, it's either the jet sweep or a fake jet sweep run the other way, and they were prepared for both there.
Sure were. So we're going to get Ryland Head and Owen Kimker in the deep back. Again, it's a bad snap. Punter picks it up, makes something from nothing, but it's a bit of a shank. Regardless, they'll gain about 20, 25 yards on the play.
Yeah, it looked like two of our boys ran into the kicker. I don't know if they got a piece of the ball or not, but it looks like obviously throwing the flag, they're going to say no.
Five-yarder. Timeout.
We got 2 flags on the play. We've got sideline warning, and we've got a roughing the kicker.
Roughing the kicker. That's going to be a automatic first down, I believe, is it not?
Well, I thought he signaled running the kicker.
Sideline warning against Oceanside. Roughing the kicker also against Oceanside.
2 penalties there. So waiting to see what they do. It does look like they're going to give them the first down. It was 4th and 24, and after a couple mistakes by Oceanside, hitting the kicker and sideline warning, looks like a lot of creative thinking here by our black and white refs tonight, but regardless, it's going to be a first down for the Monarchs.
Yes, it looks like they did the sig.
No, wait.
15 yards.
They're going to take it after the. I guess they're going to take the penalties after the kick. So let me make that correction here. They're going to back them up what looks like 10 yards in addition to the kick, and it is going to be Oceanside ball on the 20-yard line. I'm not sure what happened there in that sequence, but regardless, we've got the ball at our own 20.
Well, the running of the kicker is only going to be 5 yards. That's probably why they declined to take it. The 15-yarder on the sideline looks like what they accepted.
It's going to be a handoff to Tommy Harriet. He's going to get about 2 or 3 yards on the play. He's going to make it 2nd and 7.
Yeah, nothing big and sexy there, but you got to establish the run game, some confidence in the linemen, letting them fire off. It's just one of the keys of football, and just it pays dividends, as the game goes on.
So waiting on the 2nd and 7 play call to come in here. Okay. So we're going to have a single back set. Tommy Harriet in the backfield. Caden Bennett out wide left. And Ryland Head out wide right. Tight set otherwise. Caden in motion. And looks like there was some confusion there on the play, and Coach Jones wisely calls timeout. While we have a quick break, let me thank our sponsors, platinum sponsors, KTM Electric, Rusty Bull Brewing Company, and our tailgate sponsors, Sandra, Patrick, Bradley, O'Mara Real Estate. We really appreciate our sponsors here at Oceanside. They make a lot of what we do possible. So thank you, platinum sponsors. Interesting series of events there between the punt, the penalties, the sideline warning, and would look like there's some confusion there on 2nd down.
Yeah, obviously Jones didn't like what he was seeing, call that timeout there. There's some confusion with multiple players. It was a different formation. I think something new that he's been putting in, just with the Y there down in and the X as well in the 3-point stance. So.
Not only are we right above the speaker here in the stadium, but we are literally right smack dab in front of the JV cheerleading team. So for the folks at home watching, you get a little extra audio for the evening. Okay, we're going to come back out. Right hash. Looks like Banks is going to be under center. Yep, under center, single set back, trips on the right side. Caden in motion. They're going to hand it back off to Tommy Harriet. He's going to rip off a couple yards. He's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
Tackle by number 51, Dontrell Wells, and number 47, Corey Pugh.
All right, quick here. I like it.
3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Banks. He's going to look left. He's got a man. It's caught.
Lucas Rossetto.
By Lucas Rossetto.
Tackle by number 4, Travion Young.
Simple pitch and catch there. Nice little out to the sideline. Exactly what we needed to convert
Result of the play.
the fillet of fish first down.
Yeah, well, we thought we might be waiting for a while for one on either side, so I like that there.
Agrees.
And the up tempo there. I mean, that's what we needed, right? Come up, didn't get them time to get set, got in the double twins real quick, and they were forced to press off a little bit.
100%. Under center, trips right, single wide left. Going to be another handoff to Tommy. Now, I'm sorry, that's Diesel Scott on the carry. Diesel's going to run for about 11 yards. That's going to be another fillet of fish
Wright.
first down.
Result of the play.
Good strong run there.
First down.
He gets into space and gets to the outside. He becomes a much stronger runner, and that was a good play call. Good shift of balance from Caden running, then Tommy, and just a change of pace back with the power back that Diesel brings.
I agree. I think Tommy and Diesel bring a little bit of power, whereas Caden is really fast if you give the man some space.
Yes.
It's going to be a tight set. At receivers, twins on either side. Banks in shotgun with a single set back. I believe that's Diesel Scott in the backfield. Diesel's going to swing out left with Banks. He's going to catch the ball, but for no gain. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it was probably the first real pressure I think they got in. Banks had to roll out.
Tackled by number 5, Chase Wallace. Result of the play, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 for your Land Sharks. They're going to come out in the same formation. Tight set. Single set back. Got Caden motioning wide left. Banks is going to hand it off to Diesel Scott, who's going to stay on his feet and gain about 7 yards on the play.
Like the commitment to the run here. It gives the line a chance to really get in and feel like they're doing some things, and you're having some success with it. That was a
short game by Oceanside. Result of the play, 3rd down.
And with Banks under center, we're seeing that a little bit more than we have in previous games, and it seems to be working.
Yeah, I agree. I love the look. Okay, we're going to have Banks in shotgun again, single set back. Trips right, single wide left. Shotgun snap. Banks is looking deep. He's got a man in the flat. That'll be number 16, Carrick Perda. And he's going to gain about, 15 yards on the play. It's going to be another fillet of fish first down.
Tackled by number 81, Tyrell Myers. Result of the play, 1st down, Oceanside.
So it'll be a first down for your Oceanside Land Sharks, moving the chains yet again. It's been a really good series so far, Matt.
Yeah, it has. That's a good job at Carrick, understanding that where he needed to get to for the first down. Came back, sat down, gave Banks an option, and a good run after the catch there.
Sure was. So we're going to come back under center. Trips left, single wide right, single set back. They're going to throw a flag, what looks to be probably a false start. No, offsides on the offense. You don't see that very often.
There's a flag on the play. There's a penalty against Oceanside. It'll back them up. Replay the down.
And I think we've had more penalty yards tonight than yards from scrimmage so far.
where that was thrown, it might have been a receiver that was lined up past the ball on the far side.
Regardless, that'll make it 1st and 15 from the Monarchs 35. Luton under center. Diesel Scott in the backfield. Going to be a handoff. Pressure on Luton. He's trying to get back to the ball and cover it up. He does a good job. They got to him really quickly, right off the snap.
Man, I'll tell you, number 53, I know he was talked about a lot this week.
Forced fumble by number 53, Aiden Lyles.
So he is great guard, plays right guard, left guard, their main pulling guard on offense, but he's a football player. He was pretty fun to watch on film, both sides of the ball.
Result of the play.
Obviously, he blew that up right there.
He sure did. That's going to make it 2nd and 27. 2nd and 26, rather. So we've got some work cut out for us here. I think I jinxed us when I bragged about our series so far.
Well,
Matt?
That either you jinxed us or
That's the end of the first quarter.
Coaches and Manning, I think, were a little tired of the lack of pack rush, and they put
0.
in their dog, and he did what he's been doing all year. Like I said, both sides of the ball. I loved watching him play in film this week.
Okay. Well, so the first quarter is going to end with no score. 0-0 here at the end of the first. Land Sharks and Monarchs in beautiful Manning, South Carolina. The weather was hot earlier when we came up here. It started setting up, but it cooled off by at least 10 or 15 degrees since,
Yes.
and thank goodness.
Sun gets down a little bit, makes it a whole lot more enjoyable. Got a little ringing and the speed back from the lights coming on at the stadium. Hopefully that goes away, and hopefully we can figure out something in that playbook for 2nd and 26.
For sure. So let's take a moment to thank our sponsors, our exclusive premier sponsor, McDonald's, and our corporate sponsors, Banks Construction, Beacon Bank, Charleston International Airport, and Billy Swales State Farm. Back and forth game so far here in Manning. As we wait for the Oceanside offense to come back out. It's going to make for 2nd and 26. We're going to line up with trips on the left side. They're playing really soft over here on Y. They got single wide on the right side. Going to be a shotgun snap to Banks. He's looking deep. He's got a man. Oh my gosh. He just missed it.
Pass is incomplete.
That was a great pass there.
Result of the play is
that's
3rd
got to be a
down.
touchdown.
Lucas Rosetto just missed it by a hair. Is that Rosetto or is that?
Yeah,
that's Rosetto, yeah.
And he knows it. He's upset with himself. Got both hands on it, led him right into the end zone. That was a good drop, quick decision. He saw what was open, what Jones was working on in practice with that initial box to look, and then the secondary. And Banks did a great job there.
Twins on either side, single set back, shotgun formation, snap to Banks. He's going to roll to his left. He's looking deep again. He's got a lot of options here. He's got to get rid of it, though, and he does. He dumps it off to Caden, and Caden's going to pick up
Talk about number 32, Patrick
16
Osteen,
yards or so, almost 16.
4th down.
Yeah, that was a smart check down by Banks. He had something initially, but was on the run, couldn't get to it. Secondary guy probably could have got us a 1st down, but the defense recovered, closed on that. That was a smart decision, taking the most he could get, some positive yardage. Looks like we might even go for it, right, with where we're at in the field?
I think we should. I think, we're at the, 33? And we've proven so far, we've had a couple drops, we've proven that they're giving our wide receivers some space, so why not?
Yeah, and look, I don't know that 50-yarder is in our kicker's wheelhouse.
Not yet.
Well, before Wright got moved up, maybe, but we'll see what we got here.
I think they're going to try to get a quick 5 yards, call timeout. Didn't get the jump they expected from the Monarchs. So this will be a timeout for your
Timeout on the field.
Oceanside Land Sharks. And while we have a timeout,
Oceanside's 2nd timeout of the half.
let's thank our platinum sponsors, KTM Electric, Rusty Bull Brewing Company, and our Feed the Shark sponsors for the week, Jersey Mike's and the Black and Blue Booster Club. Let's also thank our silver sponsors, Not Just Frank's Cafe, Raising Cane's, Angela Holbert State Farm, Jamie Pike with Valet Cleaning, Longshore Boats, and our Clean the Shark sponsors, as always, Cintas.
Yeah, a lot of people think this week, we got the game officially on Monday. It was supposed to be a bye, so the boys get to play, get that taste out of their mouth from Dutch Fork before they go into region play. Of course, everybody wants the game. Manning had a short schedule too, so I'm glad both administrations and everybody could get this worked out so everybody can play some more football, and us as parents get to watch the boys another day.
Absolutely. Okay, so you're going to be lined up on the left hash, twins on either side, single set back, Banks in shotgun. Going to get the snap. He's looking deep. We've got to get at least 12 yards here. He's going to roll out to his left. He's got to get rid of the ball, and he does, and I think they are going to call it a catch, but it's still going to be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, as he moved out, he had time. Probably should have got rid of that. But as he starts falling, receivers need to come back
Pass
to him
was
to help a
caught
little
by
bit.
Oceanside.
That
Result of the play,
they had time.
however,
That was
is
pretty well
turnover on
covered there.
down.
We got to
Manning
get a
will
little bit of
take over.
separation.
Okay, so that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Monarchs will start 1st and 10 from their own 27.
And now the second quarter looks like we got Jay in giving a break here to Jamal, who's going both ways and could probably use one, so a little freshness on this D-line.
Going to be a shotgun formation, single set back, quick snap, reverse play, and you know, I think our defense was caught off guard, but they still only gave up maybe the first
Carried by
down.
number 1, Amaje Dow.
I think they are going to give him the first down.
Yeah, I think he was just past it.
Result of the play, first down.
It was a good play call, good adjustment, seeing our aggressiveness there. 55 needs to be a little lower there and under control. He had contained and just missed the tackle, so I'm not sure where our backer was. They might have pulled him away. Have to look back at that, but that was a good adjustment that Manning made there.
This to be another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap. Going to hand off to number 2. And Moses Noy, once again, is right
Carried by
there.
number 2,
And what do you know?
There's
Another
a flag
flag on the play.
It's a lot of laundry here. We'll see what this is.
False start on the Monarchs. That's going to back them up. They're going to replay first down.
Call against Manning.
I mean, you know, it's frustrating, but, you know, it seems to be both ways. It's consistent, and that's just coaches have to adjust. You know, either you're calling it tight or you're calling it loose. You know, as long as it's going both ways, coaches adjust and play it. Obviously, they're playing it tight. Boys need to clean everything up.
Okay. 1st and 15. I don't think they were ready for the play to start. 1st and 15, snap to number 12. He rolls out to his left and right through the hands
incomplete
of their receiver, number 1, who is
Result of the play, second down.
typically a really trustworthy receiver, if I read the scouting report.
Yes, he is. Good hands, very fast, like them deep a little bit. Quarterback put a little something extra on it. But, again, like we just had with Rosetta, something's got to be called.
It's going to make 2nd and 15. It looks like they had us off sides. We jumped on the last play, but I don't think the back judge was ready for the game for the snap start. So
yeah, he's not given the go-ahead, so no harm, no foul.
2nd 15 after the incomplete pass. Ball's going to be just toward the right hash. Another shotgun formation. I think they've been there pretty much all night so far. Single set back, shotgun snap. Going to hand it off to, I think that's number 2.
Yeah, that's the main backer in there most of the time. It's a good job by contain and not overrun the play.
Carried by number 2, Destin Thames. Result of the play, third down.
It's going to make it 3rd and 14. So good look on the defense here by the Land Sharks to see if they can push this to 4th down. Showing some pressure. Shotgun snap, dropping back deep, looking over the middle, and that's going to be a pick.
Take it.
That's going to be Cole Hamilton with the pick, runs out of bounds at the 25. That's going to be a turnover by the Monarchs, and your Land Sharks will take over 1st and 10 from the 25.
Great job there, good pressure. Had to throw it, way to sit down and be there in the right spot, Colton. I mean, I'm not sure. Like I said, he's got a cannon. They like to throw it downfield. It floats up a little bit, and we were able to take advantage of that one. And, you know, 12 is having to move quite a bit. We're getting some consistent pressure. It looks good. You
got to love to see Cole Hamilton pick that off. Probably one of the hardest workers on the team.
Yeah, I mean, just mighty might, man. And he always seems to find a way to get the ball, you know, about once a game.
Sure does. Shotgun snap. Banks drops back, looking deep. He's got a man.
I like that.
And it's going to be caught in the end zone by Lucas Rossetto.
Little redemption there for Lucas. Great pass putting it in with that safety coming over. That had to be on the money there for Banks, and he did it. I mean, that was a pretty pass. That's, again, what him and Jones were working on, your primary box, your secondary box, he saw that. That came from his pre-snap.
Sure was, and
There we go with the gate. Love this.
Got so excited with the play, I forgot to hit replay. So we'll do that next time for the folks watching. Bank's going to take the snap. They're going to toss it to number 24, Tristan Fivish.
Conversion is good.
He's back as well this week from a broken
8-0.
toe. Like I said, we got a couple guys back. He's got some wheels. Really sneaky.
Is that Noah? Yeah, it was, I thought that was Tristan. Was it not Tristan Fivish?
No, it's not.
We got a man down in the end zone. You could probably hear his proud father up here with us, Mr. Ryan Anderson, and hopefully he's going to be okay. Looks like he's up, walking.
But yeah, they've been practicing all week, just some violence and firing off there in that gate play to really, essentially the back should walk in untouched. And the line really blew that in. He walked in untouched, and Noah might have took a little bit of brunt of it, but they ran in those 2 points right behind him.
He sure did. Noah with the big push there. So that's going to make it 8-0 for your Oceanside Land Sharks. Really good series there.
Yeah, love going with the big play, going for, just going for that dagger after an interception. I'm a big proponent of that, and obviously Jones is as well. That was a good dial-up and excellent throw by Banks.
The last couple series we've moved the ball really well, with the exception of, I think we had a penalty and of course the long sack and fumble on the last series. Other than that, we've moved the ball really nicely in the last couple possessions. So here we're going to have Awesome Cole kick the ball deep. And he places that one really nicely between the two deep backs.
Yeah, 1 and 2 both have some speed. And they actually made some adjustments from what we saw on film. They got 5 on the line now up there. And, they must see that Awesome not going to maybe kick deep because they were up a little short.
Holding is the call.
Another flag on the play. Holding on Manning. That was a nice tackle there by Owen Kemker, who plays not only offense but also.
Yeah, he's probably our best overall corner, and then that's his job on there. He's on the outside with his speed on kickoff. His job is to get down there and make the tackle, and he did his job perfectly. I mean, those two guys on the outside, those gunners got to get down there.
Call was against Manning. It'll back them up. First down.
So Manning will start their possession 1st and 10 from their own 10-yard line. So they're backed up really deep, in part by the fantastic kick there by Cole, who put it right between the two deep backs, and then Kemper with a great tackle. Shotgun snap, gonna fake the handoff, and that would have been a lateral. That should have been a lateral pass. They're calling it incomplete.
Result of the play, 2nd down.
With some simples on it should have been backwards pass, slide ball, and also some pretty blatant holding there on 2 of our guys that shot in. That was a great job with the disruption there on the line. Surprised we didn't see our 16th or so flag because those boys were in there. That was impressive. I'm
surprised they didn't call that a backwards pass, but it doesn't look like any of the refs were in position really to make the call. So that's going to make it 2nd and 10. Twins on either side. Shotgun snap. Going to fumble the snap, and that's going to be a safety.
There we go.
And I think that is Fuller Roach in the backfield. Fuller, who's had a
fumble is going to result in a safety.
Fuller has had a fantastic year this year.
10-0.
Yeah. We haven't called his name a whole lot because for whatever reason, oftentimes he's getting double teamed. He's getting a lot of pushback, but this time around he put pressure on the quarterback and was able to get in the backfield quickly.
Yeah, with him playing that strong side end, especially, so he was out last week with a knee injury. Glad to have him back. Him playing that strong side end, he's going to have the tight end a lot of times. In this case, he's going to have the H-back with him too. So sometimes with the double just by scheme, I'm very happy how he has embraced that new position this year.
Sure
really took to it, trying to learn, and he's been well. And as they tell him in practice, look, if you're getting 2 guys and someone else from your line gets in the backfield or a linebacker, you're doing your job, and he's embraced that as well.
Tell you what, he's a pretty mild-mannered fellow when you meet him in person, but it sure doesn't look like it when he's out there on the defensive line. He's a tough player. He's been doing some extra work, on the weekends with Awesome and some other coaches, and so I've seen some of it. And he once he steps on the field, he's a different man, and he's pretty strong for his size. It's very deceiving. So it's going to be a free kick. by the Monarchs, and it's going to be short, fielded, thankfully, by, speaking of the devil, by Fuller Roach.
Yep, and then great job by his teammate there to protect him right away. They knew that was a possibility, worked on that this week, and they were prepared for it there, and that gives us some excellent field position.
I'll tell you what, that was actually a really good kick by that kicker. He placed it pretty nicely. Thankfully, Fuller made a good play.
Yeah, I mean, and to do that with, when you're already backed up and you're not kicking off from the 40, I mean, that was, if you don't get that, we're sitting here at the 30 now, so.
Okay, so we're going to see the Land Sharks back out on 1st and 10 from the Monarchs 30-yard line. Going to be a timeout by the Monarchs. Must have saw something they didn't like there.
Yeah, they had 12 on the field at first, had to get one out, and then a little confusion. And I mean, just glad to see the boys executing what they're working on in practice.
10-0, your Land Sharks. While we have a break, let's take a moment to thank some sponsors. Let's start with our platinum sponsors. That's KTM Electric, Rusty Bull Brewing Company, and our Feed the Shark sponsors for the week, Jersey Mike's and the Black and Blue Booster Club. Let's also thank our corporate sponsors and our exclusive premier sponsor, McDonald's, and our corporate sponsors, Banks Construction, Beacon Bank, and Charleston International Airport.
Yeah, a lot of people helped out, right? I mean, but Black and Blue this week, a bunch of the moms jumped on with the short notice, got us here going. A little more driving. I love the Oceanside. We'll play anyone, anywhere, but we've been on the road quite a bit with some faraway stuff for these boys. Looking forward to some home games.
No doubt.
Hopefully they can keep taking care of business here away.
We've only had one home game here this year, and that was against Ashley Ridge, where we put up a really good fight. At the end of the day, they had more size, more speed, and we just couldn't out-execute that. Banks going to be under center. Going to hand it off to Tommy Harriet. Tommy's going to get about 5 yards on the play. He's going to make it 2nd and 5, maybe 6.
Tackle by number 5, Chase Wallace. Result of the play, 2nd down.
Yeah, I love how he hits the hole. Always hard.
Sure does.
Like, sees those linemen get up that second level and clean up that back a little bit so he can keep running. But, I'm impressed with the positive yards in the run game here today.
Shotgun formation. We're going to have Ryland Head in motion. Banks is looking deep again. He's going to run the ball. Nope, he's got a man deep.
Wide open. Love that. Banks.
Wide open.
Great
Nate
decision.
Collins. And great pass by Banks.
Touchdown for
replay here.
Pass is caught by number 6.
Yeah, keep looking downfield while he's running. Make that decision. Saw he actually had 2 options there. That's just some growth that we've seen and some focus that was put on practice, and that's good stuff right there.
That's some riveting replay there by yours truly. Had the wrong feed
Here we
plugged
go
into the replay. Let's see if I can do that again. For those of you at home who are eager to see the replay of the clock, you just got a option to do that.
Looks like they're calling offsides on the offense there in the gate, which I don't know how that would have happened. We'll see.
There's a penalty against Oceanside.
Do we know what the penalty was yet?
Yeah. Called offsides.
That's the 3rd offsides call tonight on offense, which, man, you just don't see that very often.
Well, looks like we're gonna go for it with it being backed up, forego the extra point or the gate. Of course, having that safety to be up 16 helps.
Okay, double set back, shotgun formation. Tight set on the wides. Banks has got a man in the corner and just a bit overthrown. He had Carrick Ripperda there in the corner of the end zone, but really good coverage there on Carrick.
Yeah, it was good coverage. He could have floated up a little bit more. Probably still would have been really tough. Just a little bit long developing for trying to get that 2 point and ran out of time. Eventually, there's going to be a little pressure there. But, I think Jones was confident, trying that instead of the field goal with us getting that safety and being up 16-0.
So 5.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Your Land Sharks up 16-0 over the Manning Monarchs. And it's been a tale of two quarters so far. First quarter was pretty ugly with literally more penalty yards than yards from scrimmage. The second quarter's been quite different. Oceanside's looked like a different team.
Yeah, they've got comfortable. And again, I think that comes from, they're loosening up the passing game by committing to that run, and I think that's starting to show. I think that there could be a little guessing on what we're doing in some of these formations, and it's getting some single coverage. Banks is making the right decisions. Our defense is playing great.
They sure are. Getting good pressure on their quarterback.
Good pressure, staying at home on some of these different variant plays, and the secondary is where they need to be right now.
Awesome call to kick it deep. Great kick. And number 2 is going to drop the ball. He's still having a hard time picking it up. Here come the Land Sharks. If he doesn't get out of the end zone, that's going to be a safety. And let's see what they call. They're going to give him forward progress.
But he had went back there on his own, Clay. I don't disagree with you there.
Let's see if I get the instant replay right this time. I sure did. Man, he had a difficult time picking up the ball, and poor guy, by the time he looked up, he had 3, 4, 5 white jerseys in his face.
Yeah, well, the boys, Jones puts a lot of detail on special teams, a lot of time at practice where some other teams don't, and, it's paying off here.
Ryan Anderson clapping for me because I finally got the replay camera right, so that's good. That's progress. So it's going to make it 1st and 10 for the Monarchs, back way deep in their own territory at their own 2-yard line. And I would assume we're going to see number 2 get the ball a few times.
You have to here. I mean, you've got to.
He got the ball, and I'm not sure he gained anything.
Nadelborg.
Is that Nadelborg on the tackle?
Destin Thames with the carry. The ball gets back to the line of scrimmage. Result of the play, 2nd down.
Logan Nadelborg, who plugs up the middle pretty nicely. Logan's a big boy, plays 2 sports, baseball and football. Good, really good athlete in both. Shotgun snap,
there.
handed off to number 14. Whoa. He barely got out of the end zone again, and then he was absolutely cranked by Moses Noy, number 11.
Right.
Yeah, it was. I mean, we had everybody. It was good pressure. Good job by the Packers. Good job by that defense. The D-end, the D-line. That was. They're all playing their positions. That was. That's how you play football down here.
I love it. I love it. Defense looks great. To your point, Matt. That's going to make it 3rd and 10 rather, from the 1 or 2 yard line. I can't really tell from this angle. Shotgun snap. They're going to look deep. They got a man into double coverage. That's going to be a pick. And yet another pick by Nate Collins, who is just having a great year this year.
That's being in the right position. The boys had been instilled in this week, right, that they want to go deep to 1. He's going to float it up. They were out of options coming out of the end zone there, got the pressure in, and then had great coverage with Owen, but then Nate to be able to step in and with that ball hanging, that's preparation, that's execution. It's good stuff there.
Sure is. Nate with the safety high coverage over the top. Was able to pick the ball off there. Also good coverage there, I think, on the edge by Eddie Garner, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to be under center for Banks Luton. He's going to take the snap. Going to be a handoff. They're going to be in the backfield immediately. And what are they going to call? Face mask or hold? Face mask. That's going to be 15 yards for Oceanside. And that's going to be a 1st down. Should make it 1st and 10 from roughly the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that's they bailed the guys out there. There was obviously some missed blocking assignments. 47 came in free right there, which is probably the first immediate breakdown that we've had on the line. So hopefully those boys talk it out in the huddle
is the call
and get that figured out so that doesn't happen again. But really bailed out.
1st down.
So 1st down for your Land Sharks. They put the ball at they put it at the 29.
Yeah, it looks like the 5-yard is what they did, but they didn't move the stick. So but they're showing 1st down on the marker, and the ref said 1st. So we get some clarity on that.
Trips right. Banks in shotgun. He's got Diesel Scott in the backfield with him. Here comes a snap. Pass out in the flat. And that's Ryland Head, who's going to make a move and gain about 10 yards on the play. Boy, they had him in the backfield. He was able to wiggle and get right around that guy.
Yeah, and I'm glad he hustled that yard after the catch. I mean, actually, I thought Lucas Rosetto had a good block set up outside. Ryland turned outside instead of in. If he would have ran right in between his two blockers, probably would have got about the same result, but he made it happen out there. Glad to see the boys blocking in space and Jones switching up some different play calls here.
Absolutely. So 1st and 10 from the Monarchs 21. Banks under center. Diesel Scott in the backfield. Lucas Rosetto in motion, handing off to Diesel Scott, and he is just
tackle for a loss by number 50, Tyshawn White.
And he fumbled. He got blown up. There was obviously another misassignment there. It came in pretty strong.
Ball was fumbled and recovered by Manning.
Did he ever have it?
I don't think he ever had the ball. Number 50 was in the backfield really quickly. I think that's Carrick, number 16, the tight end, trying to block. Pretty sizable.
Yeah, that's a pretty tough assignment if it's our tight end against that DN. And they're starting to shift around on their DN or their D line. You're seeing some big boys to the outside. They're subbing quite a bit and beefing up that line. I don't know if it's what they usually do. We didn't see a lot of it, but even their DNs are sizable compared to your normal for that position, and we got to adjust to that.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 after the turnover on downs. Fumble recovery from the Monarchs. Pressure on the quarterback, and he really had no chance. The ball's loose. They're going to call him down. I believe that is, once again, Fuller Roach, who had pressure in the backfield immediately off the snap. Quarterback really had nowhere to go.
Yeah, it looked like Fuller and Lawson were high-fiving each other, the quarterback there, pretty quick.
Yeah.
Result of the play, 2nd down.
Your Land Sharks are putting together a really nice game tonight on defense. They're going to back them up about 8 yards. Going to make it 2nd and 18. Shotgun snap, going to hand it off to number 2. Ran into his own man, and also Moses Noy was there for the tackle. I think he got 3 or 4 yards on the play. That's going to be 3rd and 15.
Result of the play, 3rd down.
Yeah, these backers are doing a very good job just staying with their gaps and their assignments. And Lions got gap integrity as well. Starting to see the tackles have to cheat out a little bit with Fuller and Awesome, and then that should open up some things for the backers and for our 1 and 3 technique.
Shotgun snap. 12 rolls out to his left. He's got a little bit of room, but not much. Eddie Garner stepped up, broke off his receiver, and pushed him out of bounds, which will set up 4th and roughly 14.
Carried by number 12, Caleb Minger.
Eddie made a nice play there. He stuck with his wide out until it became clear that number 12 wasn't going to dish it off, and then broke off and pushed him out of bounds.
Yeah, he's another one. Switch sides of the ball. Really has bought into it. It's taken to learn in a new position. Now is starting at that cornerback and is playing very well. His recovery speed, his ability to stay on the hip, and just how coachable he's become. Since switching from offense to defense.
So that's 4th down. Yep, going to be a timeout by the Monarchs.
Yeah, I think they're deciding whether or not to go for it, with us only having 1 timeout and there only being 56 seconds left.
1 timeout left on either side, and as Matt mentioned, only 56 seconds left. While we have a moment, let me give a shout out to our silver sponsors, Not Just Frank's Cafe, Raising Cane's, Angela Holbert State Farm, Jamie Pike with Valet Cleaning, Longshore Boats, and your Clean the Sharks sponsors, Cintas.
And thanks to all the fans that made it out, right? I mean, that last minute trying to clear things up and get everyone out there. I know, full disclosure, I'm currently struggling with Algebra 2 honors class, but if my math is correct, after tonight, I think we're somewhere, depending on when you left and if you hit traffic, we're 12 to 14 hours of parents' drive time in these 3 away games. So, appreciate the support, appreciate the sacrifice.
Appreciate those listening from home.
Yeah, y'all can check my math too, like I said.
They did. Their comments are in. It's not pretty, Matt. It's not pretty. So it's going to be 4th down. Looks like a punt from the Monarchs. Bad snap, low snap, penalty on the play. Going to call the play dead. I guess it's offsides or false start. He's giving both signals.
Yeah, looks like offsides again on Manning. That seems to be the favorite call of the evening. So, we just switched it. False start on Manning.
False start against Manning.
Looked like he was doing a TikTok down here for a minute. I couldn't tell what he was going to call.
Well, and the snaps are suspect on their punts, and we got some guys in the pressure. I'd like to see them get across the ball and not touch the punter this time, but they're constant pressure with the punter and the quarterback. Quite happy with it.
So that will back them up even further. We'll make it 4th and 20 from the 15, punt formation. Bad snap again. He gets the punt off. It's actually a pretty good punt given the snap. It's going to be Ryland Head fielding the ball. Might have gained 5 yards or so on the play before he's brought down.
One timeout, 46 seconds.
Tackled by number 47, Corey Pugh, assisted by number 14, Shaheem Wright.
Let's see where they spot the ball here. Oh, okay.
No,
so
going the wrong way.
Sure is. Not sure what's going on there, but regardless, 1st and 10 from the Monarchs 34. Shotgun formation, trips left. Banks going to step up. He's looking deep. Nope, he checks down to
get out of bounds there.
Ryland Head, who should have gotten out of bounds. It's okay. He's still going to pick up about 20 yards.
Result of the play.
32 seconds
First
left.
Down.
And did they call timeout?
There's a timeout on the field.
Now, great job by Banks checking down what was open. Ryland had a little space. He also had a blocker in front. I appreciate picking up the extra yards. That's clock awareness. That's game awareness that we need to have at this age, and maybe just slide out of bounds and try to save that timeout for Jones. But regardless, we're sitting inside the red zone. Should get a couple shots. I know Banks has worked on his game clock management, the clock in his head after the first couple of games and making things. So I expect us to get, 3 to 4 plays off here if needed.
32 seconds left, just a hair over. Oceanside with the ball, 1st and 10 from the 12, or 13 rather.
You kind of want 8 to 9 seconds is kind of just what you have in the head. You don't have it, throw it away or get out of bounds. The play's got to go towards the end zone, I would think. You're kind of limited on options with no timeouts. We'll see what they do here.
End zone or edges, or out of the back of the end zone,
yes.
Maybe. One of those 3. So here come your Land Sharks. As I mentioned, 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. 32 seconds left. Banks under center, with twins on the right. He's got Caden Bennett in the backfield. He's going to fake it to Caden. He's under pressure immediately. He rolls out, puts the ball just out of the reach of Tommy Harriet. He had to roll left, had to throw across his body. Just about still got it there, but that's a tough throw, and maybe not the worst outcome there with not much time left remaining.
No, getting that immediate pressure on him having to roll like that obviously busted things up. I like the receivers running with him, right? To give him a chance. Hard to put the air under the ball that you need for that pass to the corner there.
Shotgun formation. Banks going to drop back. He's getting pressure again. He's got to get rid of the ball. He's able to get out of pressure, hit a man on the sideline who's wide open. He's going to run into the end zone for the touchdown. Ryland Head.
No flags?
No flags on the play, unbelievably.
Touchdown,
That's going to be a McDonald's touchdown. Banks Luton, who was under a lot of pressure there early, was able to get out of it and then find his man wide open on the sideline. He was able to get in for the score.
Great job to evade there, and keep the play alive. And as we mentioned earlier, Ryland is so good at sitting down, finding a soft spot in the zone, making it, and then, maybe could have got out of bounds, but he saw the daylight, turned the right way that time, and we're in the end zone.
10 seconds left in the quarter. They're going to go for 2 again, and I think they got in. I can't tell for sure. Still waiting to see what the call is here. Still waiting to see what the call is here.
Yeah, looked in. Yeah, okay, there we go.
Finally got the call.
Is good.
That's a good conversion
Oceanside leads
by your Land Sharks.
24-0.
Yeah, that gate's tough to defend when done properly.
And they've done it properly a couple times now.
And you have multiple options out of there, and the line firing off is big. There's a key about going back to basics some. You know, the firing off, the blocking, the getting off the block, the tackling, you know.
And it looks like we got a flag on the play. Not sure when this infraction occurred after the touchdown, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Monarchs. So out of the frying pan into the fire by the Monarchs, not the ideal way to end that series. I'd imagine we're going to take the 15 yards here on the kickoff. It's currently spotted at the on the tee at the 40. And I assume they'll move that up to the... Waiting on the call here. Unsportsmanlike, for sure. It should be 15 yards. And here they go. The refs here had to conference over. I think they were doing the same math you were doing earlier, Matt.
Hey.
And that's going to give Awesome a chance to kick it off from the Monarchs 45. You'd love to see Awesome put it through the back of the end zone here.
Yeah, we got 10 seconds left. Originally, I would probably think Jones might have wanted to squib it and try to run out the clock, but we'll see with this 15-yarder probably change up the game plan.
Awesome Cole with the kick, and it is a pooch kick to their up back. Plenty of pressure. Wow, gets hit really hard. I think that's Tommy Harriet.
11.
Was that Noy and Harriet?
Looked like 32. Looked like Tommy Harriet laying the stick right there. Which again runs in the family there. His brother had an excellent game Friday night against Dutch Fort.
That was 11.
Oh, was that?
I think that was I think that was Tommy and I think Moses was in there, to your point.
Well, everyone stay in their lanes. It's great job on the kick coverage so
For
far.
For sure. So 4.5 seconds left here in the half. Your Land Sharks up 24-0 over the Manning Monarchs. And we're setting up in really deep coverage with Banks Luton, the quarterback, as a free safety. And they're going to get him down. I think that's Diesel Scott.
That's the end of the half.
Along with Moses Noy on the tackle. So that'll end the half. Really good looking half there, Matt, by the Land Sharks. You got to love coming away with a 3-score game at the half.
Yeah, that is. I mean, they, especially start off a little sloppy. First play of the game on offense. Defense is held, and the offense really started grooving. Some great decision making by Banks. For the most part, started breaking down a little bit towards the end of the second quarter, but most part the line is giving him time. Receivers are adjusting, and putting the ball in the end zone, converting on the extra points. Can't really ask for anything more.
For sure. So we're going to take a quick break here. We have about 10 minutes to go before the second half. We're going to grab a sip of water and let you folks at home get something to eat and refresh your chili beverage. And we'll be back in just a bit. Okay, so we're about to kick off the second half here. Your Oceanside Land Sharks up on the Manning Monarchs 24-0. Oceanside will kick it off to the Monarchs here to start the second half. Matt, what did you see in the first half that you'd like to see us improve in the second half?
We had some blitz pickups we needed to hit on. Run game looked good, passing game looked good, defense looked great. So, continue with the defense, pick up a little bit, make some adjustments, some of those missed blocks towards the end of the second quarter, and everything else looking pretty good. Always better than Awesome's kicking off more than he's punting.
And they're going to call the play dead. Must have been offsides. Little shift. I can promise you this, our line judge over here is going to be all over that based on what I've seen this game. So
they're going to, is the call against Oceanside.
They're going to back him up 5 yards. And I'd imagine they just kind of gave away the play there, and we won't see that onside again.
Yeah, they've worked on that a little bit. I like the aggressiveness with it, coming out second half with it, but once you get the penalty and everything, obviously, you got to go adjust.
Funny thing, it worked in our favor last week in varsity against Dutch Fork, where we kicked the ball down the field. You might remember this on a critical possession, and the back judge wasn't ready. We had to re-kick, and we went onside kick, recovered the ball, and that was a critical turnover.
I had quite a few conversations last weekend, Friday night and beyond with Prad. Oh, there we go.
And we have another flag. Great kick by Awesome, but another flag here back where we kicked off. I'd imagine they're going to call it back. And
pick it up?
No, I think he's telling us.
There's a flag on the play.
Okay, we're waiting to see what the call is here.
Damn. Yeah, the aggressiveness, Coach Pratt, after going up, kick that onside, try to maintain the ball, maintain possession. Obviously, you want to score, didn't, but ate up a lot of clock. That type of call, and the boys responding. Glad to see Danny Rella jump on that ball. I mean, that was good stuff all around.
Absolutely. That Coach LaPrade brandishing one heck of an offense last week against Dutch Fork, come out with a big win. That's a win that will be talked about for quite a long time.
Yeah, everything's starting to click with them. They're moving. I think they're going to get some other guys back. They've been a little banged up, and for that, can't find a tougher first 5-game schedule for them to react like that. That's the way to set the tone going into region.
So, looks like we'll re-kick again. I'd imagine they're going to back us up to the 35. The good news is we're getting some great special teams practice here. This will be our third kick. I guess they'll reset the clock, I believe, to 10 minutes. Or maybe they won't bother.
Don't really see us going early. I mean, you can't watch everything, but that looked pretty clean. The first one, we were a little happy, a little quick feet with that onside, but looked like the boys were all on for that.
So, Awesome Cole will kick the ball off again, this time from our 30-yard line. Let's hope we don't see a fourth opportunity. Line judge watching intently. Definitely not offsides that time. Good boot downfield. Fielded at the 20. And nothing but white jerseys all over number 1.
Great
oh
coverage.
My goodness gracious. Moses Noy came in and laid the lumber.
Great
along
coverage.
with a lot of help there. I'm not sure what happened to the blockers, but they were nowhere to be found.
First down.
Excellent coverage, and I mean, after two penalties, kicking that deep, and they're still only at the 25, I'll take that as a win.
Absolutely. The third time's the charm. So the Manning Monarchs will take over 1st and 10 from their own 25. Just learned a second ago from our suite mate here that the number 12, the quarterback's a freshman. He's a big boy, got a big arm. Hands off to number 2. Number 2 is going to gain about 8 yards on the play, but he's apparently a freshman.
Carried by number 2, Destin Thames.
Has the arm of a senior, I'd say.
Second down.
Yeah, they got a little space right there. We're just cutting right up. We got to make sure we adjust that. Backer needs to be staying home.
Okay. 2nd and 2. Going to be another handoff. Back to number 2. He's going to gain about 5 yards on the play. Going to be a first down.
Result of the play, first down.
And it looks like what we talked about with Fuller and Awesome getting that pressure. Looks like they got tight end over trying to deal with Fuller now, and they're pulling that H back over by the weak side end. I saw them do that quite a bit in the Orangeburg game, when they're having some problems with their line too. So they've made some adjustments to see if we can clean it up. Should give the backers some more opportunities.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 by the Monarchs, for the Monarchs at the 38. Shotgun snap, hands off to number 2 again. He's going to work around the edge, but I believe that's number 7, Owen Kemker, there
number 2,
on the tackle. Really good open field tackle there by Owen.
Second down.
Which will bring it to 2nd and about 13. Right at the 35-yard line. Shotgun formation. Number 1 on a handoff. A lot of pressure in the backfield again. They're going to lose another 5 yards and another flag.
There's a
really
flag
late
on the play.
I'm not sure what he saw so late. Maybe it's a hold. I'm not sure what else it could be. Flag came in well after the play.
Yeah, I'm pretty far away from
Looks like a hold.
Everybody was at.
Really far away. I'm not sure what he saw, but it looks like he's going to go against the Monarchs. And they're going to look and see what Coach Jones wants to do with it. It's a hold against the Monarchs, but they lost 5 on the play already. You got to imagine they'll decline this and take the 5-yard loss and make it 3rd and roughly 17.
Yeah, the way the defense is playing, staying sound,
penalty
staying
appears to
home,
be
that's the right
against
choice.
Manning. Holding is the call.
And I assume they declined it. We didn't get the signal from our ref here. There we go. Oh, they are going to take the penalty. Okay.
Manning will lose yards. Remains 2nd down.
So we're going to take the 10-yard penalty, which will make it 2nd and 23. They're going to come out in the shotgun formation. Shotgun snap. Another reverse. They ran that.
Come on.
And they're still going to get them down for, I think, a loss, if not no gain.
Yeah, that needed to be a 7-yard loss. That's twice. Awesome read it right, but he's too tall. Got a little grabby and slipped right by him.
That's a tough open field play there, but Awesome was in the right position. So that'll bring up 3rd and still 23. Looks like they're going to give him the line of scrimmage there. Monarch coach still calling the play in. Quarterback looking to the sideline, making some adjustments.
False start there. There we go.
And they're going to have another flag, false start. The quarterback wasn't quite ready. He wasn't in. He wasn't ready to take the snap. So.
Yeah, I think
false start.
The line. Look, Logan and Jay are starting to really get some pressure on that interior. They're really fighting and battling and blowing up these boys. And Manning looks a little bit tired. They're trying to take advantage of it, and they're getting a little antsy there on the line. That's impressed with this line play. Impressed with the backers here.
I might need your math again, Matt, because I can't quite calculate how far they have to go here. But I think it's 10, 20, 30. I think it's 33. 3rd and 33.
It's 33, 34. Yeah.
Shotgun formation, pressure from the edge from Diesel Scott, and he's going to put pressure, and he gets through. Holy cow, what a play by number 12. And Cole Hamilton there on the
Carried by
tackle.
number 12, Caleb Menzer.
That was very shifty of him. I mean, he had to come down, got out quick.
Play,
He's got some
down.
wheels for his size, got an arm, got it back some, but still sitting about 4th and 14, 15.
And how about Cole putting his shoulder down in there? He gave up about 50, 60 pounds to that quarterback and still was able to get in there and put his shoulder in and get him down.
Yeah, he wants to pop too.
So that'll bring up 4th and about 16. It looks like the Monarchs will punt. They're on their own 32.
I'm happy with the pressure we're getting in. We got to get him in the backfield. 2 times he slipped away from us there.
Got Ryland Head back along with Owen Kimker. It's going to be fielded by Kimker. He's going to have a little bit of room up the sideline. That's actually Ryland Head. It's going to be Head with the return. Going to get about, what, 10 yards on the play?
Yeah, very unnecessary block in the back there. That's something the boys have to talk about with the coaches afterwards. That was unnecessary.
So they'll back him up. And looks like we'll get the ball. Let's see where they put us.
Penalties against Oceanside. Illegal use of the hand.
So we'll come out just over our own 40, 1st and 10. Let's see if we can get the offense going here in the second half like we did at the end of the first half. We'll start with Tommy Harriet in the backfield. Shotgun formation for Banks, tight set. He's going to look deep again. He's got a man open. Oh, it's going to be picked. And Banks is the only defender back there, giving chase to number 21.
Monarch.
He
is intercepted by number 21, Cam Blanding.
I need to see that again. I mean, looked like it was a pretty good pass.
He had Caden open. I think it just took too long to get the ball there. Number 21, the cornerback, read the throw the whole way, and despite the room that Caden Bennett had, Banks couldn't get it there in time.
Yeah, that was a good jump there. 21, good play. Caden was already looking 6'2". He had his hands out. That was the closing speed on 21 with that. That was very impressive.
It's impressive. You know, you got a quarterback that I know firsthand has some confidence there in the backfield. And probably had some confidence he could get the ball there in time, but kind of backfired a little bit this time. So the Monarchs will go for 2, and they'll get it.
2-point
And with the way
conversion
Banks
is
is
good.
threading it,
Man is on the board.
he's got the confidence. He's had a couple good passes, good touchdowns, and that one, if 21 doesn't make such a jump, there's no safety help. There's no one there. Caden's running in.
That was a touchdown for sure.
That was, but when you're hanging out like that and you're solo on that side, it's going to be a touchdown one way or the other.
Sure is.
There was no one else to even be involved in the play. So,
but they won that battle. In this war, it's 24-8. Your Oceanside Land Sharks on top, and we'll set up to receive the kick.
Let's see, they went onsides first. Went right to one of our baseball players. Let's see what if they want to go deeper or what they're planning this time.
Got some pretty good hands there on the front lines, and nope, they'll kick it deep. That's going to be fielded. It's going to be dropped and covered up by Owen Kimker, number 7. He really had to struggle to get to that short kick, and sometimes that is a difficult catch to make. But regardless, he covers it up, and we have decent field position. We'll take the ball at our own 29, 1st and 10, Land Sharks.
All right, let's see if we can make last time we came out, made a mistake, start off, we drove down the field and got it together. Looking to do the same here.
Under center, snap, handed off to Diesel Scott. Diesel Scott's going to take the edge, get 10 maybe 15 yards with second effort.
Great hard run.
Tackle by number 42, Jamarion Sinkler.
That's going to be a first down for your Land Sharks.
Yeah, like we talked about in the first half, once he gets outside, once he gets a little space, he's a hard runner. You know, picks up deceptively fast for his size, but tough to bring down.
No doubt. The clock will wind just under 5 minutes here in the third quarter. Offense comes out under center, Banks under center. Snap, handoff to Caden Bennett. Caden's going to get a couple yards on the play. That will set up second down and 8.
Gang tackle by the Monarchs. Result of the play.
I'm sorry, that was Diesel
second
again.
Down.
I think that was Diesel in the carry. I thought it was, they're both in the game. I think that was Diesel in the carry. Regardless, 2 yards, second and 8. Oceanside. Banks comes out in shotgun this time. Got trips right, motion to the left. Banks drops back, gets pressure. Gonna roll out. They're gonna get him for a hold. Good pass there. Would have gained about 20 yards in the play, but I saw that hold clear as day.
Yeah, like buying the time, like Garrett working back. You know, long developing, still worked out, but this was coming back from the start.
So they'll back him up 10 yards.
Holding is the call against Oceanside.
That'll make it second and 18. Fortunately for us, the passing game, with the exception of a couple interceptions on late passes, has looked pretty good. We've got plenty of room. It feels like our receivers are getting space. So yeah, it's second and 18, but you got to feel good about our opportunity to convert here.
Yeah, and guys, you know, guys are open. You know, for the most part, Banks has time. When he's got to scramble, guys doing a lot better job this week, working their way back to him to give him an opportunity. And he's looking to scramble, make time with his feet instead of just run with his feet, and it's paid off with some real pretty passes.
Shotgun formation. Twins left, trips right. They're showing pressure. Banks takes the snap. Got a ton of pressure on his weak side. Throws it downfield, got a man open, and he throws it just a bit short. He was under a ton of pressure by number 65.
Yeah, they showed pressure, but obviously you got to back off, right? We have 5 receivers there, so they backed off. They only rushed 4. That was a missed block from the get-go, and he never had a chance. I mean, and you know, for being honest, you got 5 guys blocking 4. We got to give him a second because, as you saw, we had a couple guys open there.
He tried to get it out there to Caden Bennett, who was open on the sideline, but just too much pressure from the backside, and so that'll make it 3rd and 20 from our own 35. Looks like we're going with tighter set this time. Hopefully buy Banks some time in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Tommy Harrett in the backfield with Banks. He's going to drop back. He's got Tommy as an extra blocker. He's going to be under a ton of pressure again. Looking deep. He's got to get rid of the ball, and he short hops it again. Under a ton of pressure there from 3 different defenders.
Yeah, that's good just to get rid of the ball. Get rid of the ball, not lose it, not eat it, not get hit. He was, I think he was being chased by 3, if not all 4 of the down linemen there.
So while we're about to change possession here, let's take a moment to thank our sponsors, our exclusive premier sponsor McDonald's, and our corporate sponsors Banks Construction, Beacon Bank, Charleston International Airport, and Billy Swales State Farm. Punt formation, Austin Cole, back deep. Good snap. Low kick, but we're going to get an Oceanside bounce here. Should roll down to about the 25.
Yeah, we'll take that. And I mean, he was told specifically kickoffs and punts do not be kicking to 1 or 2. So anything we do to keep it away from those boys, that's that's a win for us.
Anything you could do to give them the ball at their own 25 or less, I think it's a win. So that'll be Monarch ball at the 25, 1st and 10. 2 minutes and 53 seconds left, and your Oceanside Land Sharks up by 2 scores, 24-8. The defenses look really good tonight. Let's see what they come out here with in the next series.
Yeah, there you go. As we said, they got the tight end focusing on Fuller. They got the H-back trying to come get Austin on the weak side. He did a great job there of fighting off that fighting off the pulling H-back and to make that tackle in the backfield. We'll take that.
I think that was Awesome Cole and Moses Noy on the assist. Shotgun formation, trips left, single setback. Going to be a snap. Handed off to number 2, the back. He's going to get about 7 yards on the carry.
Carry by number 2, Destin Thames. Result of the play, 3rd down.
3rd down and 3. This back has proven to be pretty shifty tonight. He's gotten the ball probably 10 or 12 times, and I'd guess has, 45, 50 yards maybe.
Yeah, he's had a couple good runs, especially here. And that one, cutting back, saw a little hole, got up the field there. Missed tackle probably at the line of scrimmage, which we need to clean up. But
shotgun snap, handed off again to number 2. Good blocking. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. I'm not sure if the ball came out there or not, but
carry by number 2, Destin Thames. Result of the play, 1st down.
And again,
Manning has looks like he's getting up. Everybody's okay.
And again, 2 doing a good job of not just hitting the hole at first. He's buying some time, seeing what's going to open up and cutting back, which as aggressive and as quick as we're getting in, that's what you got to do to counter, right? Let them come in, try to run at that pressure. They've done that a little bit better here the second half.
Shotgun formation, trips left, going to look left.
Oh.
Open in the flat. And that's going to be number 6, Nate Collins,
for a short gain. Result of the
who
play,
slowed him
2nd down.
And I think Diesel Scott, who came in to finish. No, apologies. That's Matt Rule, who came in to finish.
We're starting to see a little more ticky-tack here and some grabbing and holding here on the line with some boys getting frustrated, battling down there.
2nd and 5, shotgun snap. Pass to the flat. Number 1. He's still not down, and they're going to call him down and give him forward progress
by number 1,
around the
Result
39.
Play, 3rd down.
Which will make it 3rd and should make it 3rd and 10. See where they spot the ball.
Great job with the boys staying home.
They spotted the ball at the 43. Okay, not sure what they saw there, but regardless, it's about 3rd and 6 from the Monarch 43. Shotgun formation, single set back, trips left, handoff to number 2, the back. He's going to be down by Moses Noy again, number 11.
Carry with number 2, Destin Thames. Result of the play, 4th down. That brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. The score is 24-8 Oceanside.
And as you heard from the announcer, that's going to be end of our 3rd quarter. We'll move into the 4th quarter with your Land Sharks up 24-8. Moses made a really nice play there. He stayed home a number of times and has been Johnny on the spot when they tried to run that number 2 up the middle.
Yeah, I mean, that was the game plan. They know what they're going to try to do there. I think all 3 backers are staying home when they need to, getting some pressure, when they're the offside back, and we're really limiting what the offense can do, especially with a very fast and shifty back. And they're trying, obviously Manning's trying some different things, just switching it up with some of the protection, some of the play calls since things weren't working in the first half. And I think the defense, they got them for a couple yards, and I see everybody making the adjustments now, anchoring down, and pretty happy with the performance here.
Let's thank our sponsors, our platinum sponsors, KTM Electric, Rusty Bull Brewing Company, and our tailgate sponsor, Sandra Patrick Bradley, O'Mara Real Estate. Once again, we appreciate our sponsors. So it's going to be 4th and 5 from the 46-yard line. He's going to look over the middle. He's wide open. He's going to convert for the 1st down. I'm not sure what happened there on the change of quarter. I think it was 4th and 6. They move it to this side of the field. It was 4th and 4, but regardless, he had at least 6 yards on the catch, so it didn't really
Result of
matter.
the play,
Yeah, it
first
looked like it
down,
moved
Monarchs.
Also, we're seeing maybe this other line judge now that we switched sides. They seem to be yanking down forward and also from the back of the jersey. They were doing the same thing with Fuller on the side. I mean, you got to start calling that. Our 1 and 3 technique are starting to get more pressure. As flag happy as we've been, some of these things that we're seeing here.
Shotgun snap, rolls out to his left where he's got trips. He's going to look deep. He's got a man wide open, but overthrows him.
Ooh.
Missed opportunity there for the Monarchs.
Yeah,
Result of the
Matty was a
play,
little out of position
second
there,
down.
came up some. We had nobody else deep, took that angle. That's fortunate for us with the overthrow because he was by himself.
He was.
Again, the pressure, Jay is right in there. Logan is giving that center guard all they can handle tonight. The quarterback, some of these are designed rollouts, a lot of them are not. It's making them a little one-dimensional on the side here.
Shotgun formation, trips left, hands it off to number 14, whose number we haven't seen much tonight, and they stop him for a
Carried by
loss
number 14,
of
Shaheem
about 2
Wright.
yards. That should
Result
set
of
up
the play,
third
down.
and 12.
Giving Logan a nice deserved break here. Got Jamal coming in that nose. He seems to be fresh from halftime, ready to do some fighting here too. Switching up, going to double twins, which we haven't seen them do a lot, and they don't look as comfortable in it either, which is, again, them trying to adjust to the defense we're playing.
3rd and 12. Man in motion, shotgun snap. He's going to roll to his left. He is going to get tackled
Dude.
at the 43-yard line.
Number 12.
That'll set up
Caleb
4th down
Minga with the run.
and 5. There is a lot
That'll
of
bring up
contact
4th down.
happening in the Monarch backfield there.
Yeah.
And
We got pulled down by the face mask there.
the referees whose flags have been on the field all night all of a sudden have found themselves in pockets. Regardless, 4th and 4. Shotgun formation. Twins on either side. He's going to look short and flat and be immediately taken down. And it depends on the spot. He's got a generous spot. Going to have the first down.
Pass caught.
Ooh.
And that brings
Very
up
generous
another
spot,
Monarch
right?
first down.
It's going to be a Monarch first down. They're starting to move the ball down the field. Feels like we're playing a little bit of a bend, don't break defense here, and they're taking advantage of the short passes in the flat.
Yeah, they're trying to get it out quicker, obviously, because of the disruption we've had. Also going to this double twins, which is not something that they usually run, so making us adjust and not be as aggressive.
Shotgun snap. It's a fumble, and we're going to fall on the ball. That is Awesome Cole with the recovery. Awesome has been in the backfield
The ball was fumbled
all
by
game
man and
long,
recovered by Oceanside.
and that time it paid off.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. Keeping his cool. Proud of him for keeping his cool. He got face masked or drugged down by his shoulder pads, the back of them. About 5 plays in a row there. They're holding Fuller pretty bad. They're holding Jamal pretty bad. So those boys keeping their cool and to keep battling like that. Great turnover. 8 minutes left. See if we can get our offense clicking. It was a little slow in the third. Let's see if these boys want to finish off strong, go into region next week.
So it's going to be 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Land Sharks up 24-8. We'll take the ball over on their own 44. Bankston shotgun. Motion across the middle. Going to get a ton of pressure on his face, and he's not going to get away.
Sacked by number 47, Corey Pugh.
That's
Number 47's cramping up. He's back down to the ground. He broke through a couple
Result of the
blocks
play,
there.
second down.
yeah, and that's become a trend. The end of the first half and then in the third. No matter what side he's lining up on, he's beating who he's going up against. Oceanside's got to adjust to that. I mean, it's once an anomaly, twice, but that's 3 or 4 times now that he's hitting in on there.
To his credit, he beat the left tackle there, and also had the running back, who I think was Tommy Harriet, chipping and didn't help out much either.
No, I mean, he had a full head of steam. He's a strong kid. 47, 45, both play, I think go both ways. Tight end, but also playing that D end. And that's, again, a credit to Manning, making some adjustments and putting different people in positions to try to get some pressure. Glad he's up and moving back. He's been playing some football here last quarter and a half.
Sure has. He's an impressive kid. Probably cramping up. It was a warm night earlier. It's cooled off since, but I'd imagine any little bit of dehydration that might have existed a couple hours ago is still lingering now. So 47 will come out of the game after an impressive play. Oceanside will lose about 9 yards on the play, which would make it 2nd and 19 from our own 35. Going to go back under center, tight formation, trips on either side, single back set. Going to be a handoff to Tommy Harriet. Tommy's going to gain about 4 yards on the play.
Assisted by number 5.
Yeah, it was a hole at first and closed up. I'd like to see those linemen keep pushing out, get to that second level. Good initial hole, but closed up, not much room otherwise.
Result of the play, 3rd down.
So it's going to be 3rd and 15 for your Land Sharks. Seems like we are running the clock here a little bit. Had a sack and 4-yard pickup there by Tommy Harriet. Double setback. Single receiver on either side. Shotgun snap. He's going to be looking downfield. Runs into his own man. And he's actually going to get the pass away to Caden. And fortunately not lose yardage there.
Yeah, he had some time. He was stepping up to throw. He had a man deep, and Tommy staying in for pass protection. They just ran into each other, and that unfortunate. Of course, Tommy's got to be there to pass. A little more awareness there. That pass protection's been so important and has picked up a lot. But you hate to see that because Banks saw what I saw, and that was probably another 6 streaking down the field.
Yep. So, nonetheless, that'll make it 4th down and long. We'll see Awesome Cole punt it away. Good snap. He gets the ball off. It's a low snap. And
Get it. There we go.
I think they touched it, and we're going to recover it.
He jumped on it. We'll take it.
Moses Noy, whose name I feel like I've called 50 times tonight. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, he has.
Recovers the fumble.
He has, and then, Awesome looks a little mad about that kick, but, we're getting the ball back from it. And, it was, it turns out as a net win for us.
So with time ticking, although it shouldn't be right now,
Ball was
5.5 minutes left.
And recovered by Oceanside.
They did stop the clock.
Take over.
5.5 left. Oceanside comes out. Going to be trips on the right. Banks under center. Tommy Harriet in the backfield. Going to hand it off to Tommy, who's going to take the ball up the middle and gain about 9 yards on the play before he's slung down at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, great hard run, good little hole to him to go through, hit the hole hard, and I'm sure Manning's going to talk with that. You got to get away from those low kicks, and you know better to pick it up. I didn't hear any fire or any calls like that, but that's from 8U football all the way. If it's hitting the ground like that, you got to get away and not touch it. No, he was trying to make a play, but that keeps our offense on the field.
Well, we'll take it.
Yes.
Under center. Wide eye. Banks is going to hand it off to Caden Bennett, number 4. Caden's going to pick up the first down before he's tackled. So that should be waiting on the signal here. Still waiting on the signal. Still waiting on the signal.
Oh, let's see.
That's the first down. It's fillet of fish. First down, that is. Just got the signal from the sideline. Took a little extra time to measure that with no change. So that's going to be a first down for your Land Sharks with just over 4.5 minutes remaining. Clock ticking. Up by 2 scores, 24-8. We got trips to the right, Banks under center, Diesel Scott in the backfield. Going to be a handoff to Diesel, who's going to go up the middle. Going to be a flag on the play, but not before Diesel gains about 3 yards on the play. I'm seeing a either face mask or hold, and I can't tell which. I believe it's going to be a face mask.
Yeah, 47.
As we wait for the call.
There's a flag on the play. Face mask.
Face mask it is.
Is the call.
So that'll give us another, well, depends
It's
on.
against Manning.
This is incidental face mask, so they're only going to give us 5. To make it, I believe that's 2nd and 2, or 3 rather. Newton comes out with the play from Coach Jones. Not in any rush. Clock's still ticking. Just under 4 minutes to go in the game. Back under center. Double set back. Going to hand it off to Caden Bennett. Caden's going to take the ball up the middle. He's got plenty of room. And he's going to score. Nice run there by Caden Bennett for about a 25-yard play.
Great hole, great move, great pancake by Noah Anderson there. Like that aggression.
Man, great blocking there for sure. And Caden, as we mentioned before, you give Caden a little bit of space, and he is quick and fast.
Yeah, he's got some wheels. He's quite shifty. Turned it on right there. I think the safety misjudged a little bit of his speed there.
Okay, so we're going to line up for the 2-point conversion. Going to be a toss. And we're going to get in, but not before a big hit. It's laid on Nate Collins.
About 3 yards
2-point
deep.
conversion is good. Oceanside now leads 32-8.
Again, that's a testament, right, to the practices and the things the special teams that go on. They rep that play most days in practice, and you know they've executed quite well with these extra points and all the different variations they're using.
So let's thank some sponsors while we have a quick break. We'll thank our silver sponsors, not just Frank's Cafe, Raising Cane's, Angela Holbert State Farm, Jamie Pike with Valet Cleaning, Longshore Boats, and our Clean the Shark sponsors, Cintas. Also want to thank our platinum sponsors, KTM Electric, Rusty Bull Brewing Company, and our Feed the Shark sponsors for the week, Jersey Mike's, and the Black and Blue Booster Club. So, barring anything crazy here, we should see our Land Sharks come away with a win. That'll make them 2-3 on the year as they move into region play at Hanahan next week. And then they have North Charleston at home, go to Battery Creek the week after that, and they finish with Orangeburg. Kick down the middle by Awesome. Great coverage.
Yeah, on the ground, keeping it from 1 and 2 from doing their things. That was the game plan all week. Executed well.
And we have another flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be a block in the back on the Monarchs.
I know we had a couple of those offsides called on the kickoff. I'm not sure that one of them was, especially on the onsides we probably were. But the boys staying in the lanes tonight, I mean, we're winning the field position battle with some of this special teams play, and it's good to see. You know, we got a little sloppy with it some last week, so it's really cleaned up, and that's what you want to see from week to week is correcting and adjusting some things that you could do better. And these boys have did it in the offensive, defensive, and special team side of the ball. You know, from what was happening in Irmo. So always positive to see when you're rolling into region like that.
And that's going to back up the Monarchs all the way to their own 9-yard line. They're going to come out in shotgun formation, spread set. Hand it off to number 14, who's going to gain about 10 yards before he's brought down at the 15.
Yeah, it was a good cutback by him. Was trying to get outside, saw an opening, shifted right back in.
Manning also came into the game at 1-3 with a win over Woodland. losses to Orangeburg, Dillon, and Georgetown. They've got a bye next week. And then they'll move in and go to Atlantic Collegiate. And they'll play at Marion. And they'll finish off with Timberland and Andrew Jackson at home in back-to-back weeks. 14 with the ball. And I believe that is, I'm going to venture to guess that it's
Carry by number 14,
actually
Shaheem
Nate.
Wright.
That's Nate. It is Nate Collins, who's had a really nice game tonight. Both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
Nate scored the 2-point conversion there on the last play, and really good tackle there. Tackle for loss.
Yeah, he's got an interception. I believe he's got either another 2-pointer or a touchdown down here for us as well. Very short-handed.
That'll make it 3rd and about 5. He's going to roll out, have a man wide open, number 1. And we're going to eventually get him down.
Yeah, a lot of hitting, not a lot of rapping. That's something that would go and be addressed as well. We had him initially, I think, had 4 different boys hit him. None of them wrapped up and let him keep dancing. Obviously, didn't hurt us, but you don't want that to be habit.
Another Monarch first down.
That'll be a first down for the Manning Monarchs. So 1st and 10, Manning from their own 30. Shotgun formation. Going to motion the back up. Hand it off, number 14. And we're going to get him in the backfield. Number 24, Tristan
Carry by number 14, Shaheem Wright.
with a nice tackle.
Glad to have him back too, man. We're getting some pieces back. I know we got a couple boys that are out, making us a little thin on the D-line this week, but letting him get back, get into it. He's speedy. I'd like to see him more on offense as he works his way back in, to practice and everything else. He's quick and shifty, real high IQ football player.
So that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Shotgun snap. Fake the handoff. Just about had him in the backfield. More pressure coming. And they're going to get him down. Great play there by number 8, Ford Robinson. Before he had help from
12, Caleb Minger.
Logan Nettleborg and Fuller Roach.
And Jay was after him. I mean, they had everybody running on there. And great job with the coverage, right? There was no one to throw to, which was obviously why he didn't get rid of the ball. And most of these boys in the D-line are getting pretty blatantly held, and still to be able to get off that, work their way down, chase the quarterback. So glad to see they're fighting here these last couple minutes.
So this will be the last play of the game. Bumbled snap. He's going to break loose, throw it deep down the field, and he's got a man wide open, but just overthrows him.
And that concludes tonight's
And that'll be the game. With time running out, Oceanside Land Sharks come out on top, 32-8.
Game officials.
In a game we added to the schedule here within the last few days against Manning.
Our varsity football
Manning came out, looked pretty nice to begin the game. Both offenses had a really difficult time.
Over to Turveyville to support your Monarchs tomorrow night at 7:30.
Both offenses had a really difficult time, I think, to start the game, and then Oceanside eventually got it together.
Yeah, I mean, look, I thought the defense played great all night. I think we won the special teams aspect. And, after those first 2 drives, I think the offense really kicked in. We had a lot of different options. Good game plan. Very glad we established the run. Probably ran more than we have all season. But also on top of that, that goes, that leads into having some of those openings. Banks made some good passes. Guys made some good catches. And, defense really played some really good football.
Sure did. So join us tomorrow night as our varsity team will host Atlantic Collegiate Academy. Should be another fun game after their big win last week against Dutch Fort. That team's looking really nice, really peaking, I think, at a good time in the season. So join us tomorrow for that one. But in the meantime, your Land Sharks going to bring home the win, 32-8, here in Manning, South Carolina. And from Manning, on behalf of Jamie Pike, Matt Call, Ryan Anderson, Lisa Dyke, and Clay Luton, good night.